Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna show you my settings for the Alpakka controller. I'll show you the control app settings first. And here you can see I use 1600 dpi, and on raw oxel I have the multiplier at 1.25 and the vertical axis at 0.8. I also use the longer calibration to reduce the drift because I'm using 1000 Hz firmware. Here you can see my current button layout for BF6. I use mixed inputs, so most of my binds are actually controller binds. The wall D-pad and face buttons are all controller inputs, as well as both sticks. I'll show you why I used the right stick as a right stick later in the video in the test range. I have slide on scroll wheel down. I will show that in the video as well. And I use the triggers as controller inputs as well. That's also one thing I'm gonna show you later in the test range why I'm doing that. And side note, Y and Z are twisted because the control app uses a US layout, but my PC is set to a German keyboard layout. Alright, here we are in game, and these are my mouse sensitivity settings. 26.4. This will equal to RVS 4 if you don't use raw oxel, and just 1600 dpi in the control app setting. With the raw oxel multiplier at 1.25, it will equal to RVS 5, and I use uniform infantry aiming at 178, and my field of view is 110. And other things I changed is slide. I have that on mouse wheel down, as you probably saw in the control app button layout. And what I also changed is the 1x zoom sensitivity. I put it to 103 because if you do that, you have a 1-to-1 hip fire to ADS sensitivity with a 1x zoom scopes, which only makes sense in my opinion. Then here, this is very important if you use your right stick as a gadget selection, or if you use it as a right stick in general, you have to unbind the look options from your right stick. Otherwise the camera will absolutely go mad and flick around like crazy. In case you are using Steam Input or Joy-Shock Mapper and you notice that your camera flicks around like crazy, you can either use hid hide to hide your physical controller, or you can do what I just showed you and just unbind your right stick in the in-game settings, and then you can use your right stick just fine. Then I have gadget 1 on right stick left and gadget 2 on right stick right. And I have grenade on RT, I think default is RB. And I think that's it for the controller changes. So the reason why I use my right stick as a right stick is for flying. As you can see, here it works fine. You can use gyro on right stick. It just makes flying way easy for me because you have unlimited range of motion and you don't have to ratchet like crazy. Just use gyro for your fine controls. And the reason why I use LT and RT for aim and grenade is also because in vehicles you can then use your triggers to drive around and left stick to drive. In case you wanna know what graphic settings I'm using, I have pretty much everything on low except for texture quality and lighting quality. And I have anti-aliasing turned off. I have turned off all these filters. And for my audio settings, I have turned these up to the max. Music obviously turned off. and I use 7.1, a default mix. It has been working pretty well for me so far. And if you want to know my color settings, these are my presets. I have a slight red color weakness, that's why my enemies are yellow. It just makes them easier to see for me personally. And that's why I'm also always using the OSA site with the green reticle, because I just can't see the red dots on all the other sites. So yeah, I think that's it for the video. Let me know in the comments if I forgot something or you want to know more, and have a nice day. See you guys next time. Bye.